Here's everything that's sold on eBay as well as on Amazon. One book on Amazon, a DVD lot, eBay, book on eBay, and a VHS tape lot on eBay. It's Tuesday, what is it, November 14th, 2023. And when I woke up this morning, I only had 3 eBay sales, but then the two lot sales came in. It's about midday now, a little after 12:30 or so. And the two DVD or the VHS and the DVD lots came in today. First the DVD lot and then the VHS tape lot. So those were really nice because otherwise it would have been a little bit of a slower day. But first of all, this Everyday Essentials Guidebook. It's about essential oils for ailments. This one sold on Amazon, Merchant Fulfilled. This is a book that I got as a result of a large free pickup back in February of this year. So I was contacted by somebody who actually watched my YouTube videos, and they lived in the same city where I live and where I have, right next to where I have my business, and said they had a bunch of books that they weren't going to be selling, they wanted to get rid of, they're moving, etc. So it turned out to be several hundred books, maybe like 300 or more. And I filled up my truck and hauled them back, and it turned out there was a lot of great stuff in there for Merchant Fulfilled, Amazon Merchant Fulfilled, like this one, which took a while to sell, but I've sold through most of it already. And there were some books that were good for eBay, and this is one of them. So this one sold for $21 and change on through Amazon Merchant Fulfilled, not FBA. So it's a nice sale, and I just put it in a large envelope like this. This one, because it's a little bit flimsy, I put some cardboard backing on it so that it's not to prevent it from bending too much or getting too damaged, hopefully, because you know what the post office does sometimes. I also sold these 3 books. These 2 are the oldest ones that I listed longest ago. This one I know for sure I listed in 2021, and that was from a local buy. And then this one, I don't know the year, but because on the SKU I don't even have, it just says donation, so I'm not quite sure when. But this one was free shipping, so when I see something that's free shipping, I know it's been quite a while since I listed it. This one sold for almost next to nothing, like $6.50, $6.59, something like that. So I might make $1 off of it. And then again, these are the books, these are the items, books and media that I'm trying to get rid of, get out of my inventory by offering huge, deep discounts so that they will move, so I can free up space for better inventory. Because as you go along as a seller, you get better about figuring out what sells quicker, what makes sense to keep on your shelves, even for the long term, because there's more profit in there. I don't mind keeping something that's going to sell for $20, $30, $40 for a while, but something that's only going to sell for $10 or less, it's not really worth it. So I'm trying to get rid of these. Unless it sells really quick, of course, that's a different conversation. But for something that takes a while to sell. So this is C.S. Lewis, the Screw Tape Letters. And then I sold this one, Jazz Ways. This is a vintage book from 1946. Lots of photos in there about jazz, swing, different artists, etc. Pretty cool book. But again, this was from a local buy from 2021. But the book is from, you can see it right there, 46. So it's a cool vintage book. I sold this for $21.99, free shipping, but still $21.99, not bad, but deeply discounted from where I had originally listed it at, which was $40. But another example of a book that I'm just trying to get rid of, get out of the inventory, and keep adding either quicker selling or more profit items. But still a nice sale as far as I'm concerned. I'll probably make, I don't know exactly, maybe $12 to $15 range, something like that. So definitely over $10, $12, something like that. So that's a nice profit. This one is something I listed fairly recently. Sold it for $24.99. George Orwell essays, Every Man's Library. I would look out for this one. This one's a really nice book. It's in incredible condition. It was from a donation, a huge donation. The woman mostly had DVDs, but she also had some books, and she individually wrapped them so they're in immaculate condition, essentially as if they were new, pretty much. And this is definitely one, when you see this kind of spine, I would jump out at me. So I would look for these kind of books, which are sort of like, it's the essays, it's the collection of George Orwell's essays. So something like that is going to stand out for what it is, the topic, but also just the way it looks and how nice the spine is, and of course the great condition for this one. And I sold this one not for much, but it's a DVD lot of pregnancy fitness, sort of, or so pregnancy fitness DVDs, and then we got pregnancy fitness, so it's all for that kind of stuff. Also, I believe Pilates infused fitness, prenatal, that's what word I was looking for, prenatal types of workouts. So it's all women who are pregnant, getting workouts, that kind of stuff. That's something you can do. But this came from a Gaylord. All of these DVDs came from one Gaylord that I got last year, and I listed a ton of DVD lots from those 4 Gaylords. There was some really great stuff in there. I've sold off a lot of those. many of those DVD lots that were kids DVD lots, that were workout, that were other types of series here and there. And I'm still selling off some of them. I still do have some of them left, but not that many. It's definitely the less sought after ones that are still hanging around, and I'm trying to move those. So it's always nice to see something that's a little older selling off on eBay. And this was $10.99 plus shipping. I found this box yesterday. Where? In a recycling dumpster, because I don't pay for my boxes, as well as the packing materials here. So that was really convenient that I just happened to find this, and then sold this lot that fit perfectly in there. I'll just cut the box down a little bit. Only reason that I did this lot made this lot is because I had so many DVDs out of those Gaylords, out of those pallets, that I was trying to lot them up in ways that made sense, and I didn't want to just toss them. However, I'm not really looking for these type of DVD lots because they don't sell for much money, and they usually take a little bit longer. Again, I only had 5. I don't know if I told you. Sold for $10.99, but I only had 5 of them in here. If I had 20 pregnancy DVDs, then I could ask for more money. Even if you're only selling it for like $24.99, even $30 for 20 of them, plus shipping, taking offers, it's probably going to move quicker because there's so many of them. But it's up to you what kind of business you want to have on eBay, what kind of business you want to run, how much space you have, how much space you want to use up, or lots versus individual items. Of course, an individual book takes up less space than a lot does. But if the lots are high value, high profit items, lots that are going to sell either quickly or not quickly, but for really good money, then, of course, those make sense. Like complete TV show, complete series, all the Game of Thrones, the entire complete series, Seinfeld is one, but there's so many of them. It could be any of those. Friends, it could be Monk, it could be whatever. And those, of course, for me personally, in my experience, have sold exceptionally well when you have a complete series. So that would make sense. But these kind of DVD lots, unless you have a lot of them, you just got to be patient. It just depends on what the lot is comprised of. This was the most fun one of the day. This was 27 Barney VHS tapes, and it just sold within the last hour as I was in the warehouse preparing to come home to ship everything and eat lunch. This one sold. So that was nice that it sold while I was still there so I could grab it, because I could imagine it sells and then I'm going to have to wait and ship it tomorrow. But it's nice to be able to ship it today. So this is one that I haven't listed, only listed in the last less than a week, and got it a couple weeks ago. So 27 Barney tapes, sold for $100 plus shipping. So guys, if you come across a lot of Barney tapes, now this is an absurd amount. 27 is really a lot, but which is great. But if you come across even 10, 15, if you're creeping up towards 20, then that's a really good amount as well. But if you have over 20 Barney tapes, now individually they might not sell, might not be worth it to sell them individually, but as a lot, they become more valuable. So there's a lot of different kids programming. Like if it was all Dora the Explorer, if it was all Arthur, Magic School Bus. I'm blanking on any others right now, but whatever it may be. What was that one? Of course, Teletubbies. Of course, Blues Clues. So there's a lot of different programming back from, it could be the 90s, it could be the 80s, it could even be the early 2000s. And, it's sought after. So do your research, look stuff up, just go on eBay and type in, Barney VHS lot, or type in a lot of different kids programming, even just kids VHS lot. And you'll see what's selling out there, what's really going for good money. Now, if you're going to be out in a thrift store, you're probably not going to buy 27 tapes unless they're going for like, a quarter each. Then maybe that would make sense. But, if you're at a garage sale, you can make a deal. You see they have a whole bunch of certain or even varied kids VHS tapes. Let's say they have 50 of them. You can say, hey, I'll give you, how much do you want for all those or whatever, make a deal. So keep that in mind. All right, guys. So those are my sales last 24 hours. I got to pack them up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.